Hello, Delta Institute CMAs and school directors. So this is a quick walkthrough of how to pull information and data from our national student surveys that we administered during week 3. Thank you so much for all of your help on getting that system running on the ground, investing core members, and making sure that they administer the surveys and collect the results through the QuickKey app. Now we have the opportunity to pull all that data on a very large scale and start to see trends across our classrooms, across our teachers, and then start to adjust our support and priorities for the rest of Institute. So in order to download the reports for your core members for your school, you'll first go to the website get.quickkeyapp.com. And this one pager is also linked in the blast if you just want to follow that along and not the video. So you'll go to the QuickKey website. QuickKey is the company that Teach for America has a contract with. And then you're going to go to log in. All right, so you're going to log in. It's going to be the email that you'll have on file with Teach for America. So you can go ahead and put that in. Your password is going to be password 123, super secure, and you'll go ahead and sign in. All right, so now this is the QuickKey dashboard. It looks quite complex, but because we opted into the national student surveys, we're only using actually one portion of this dashboard. So you're going to click on quizzes. All right, and then you're going to scroll down and you're going to see all the different assessments that QuickKey offers. There's this self-assessment, there's end of institute. We want to go to middle institute, and you'll want to download the survey that corresponds to the classrooms you support. So if you support high school, you'll do the 4 to 12 survey. If you support lower elementary, you'll do the K to 3 survey. So go ahead and then you will click Run Report. And then, because you are a school director or a CMA, you're going to go under Export Type and you're going to do TFA Admin Report. Once again, you are an admin, you're a school administrator, you're a CMA, you're a school director, so you're going to do TFA Admin Report, and then you're going to tell it to build the report. And so right here, Mid-Institute 4 to 12 student survey data, the TFA Admin Report, it is currently downloading. Admin reports are going to take a little bit longer than core member reports because simply because they pull more data. So it'll be downloading. And so you might need to refresh multiple times, and then you're going to see the download link. You're going to click it again to download in Excel. Then your spreadsheet is going to export for you. You'll go ahead and pull it up. So I'm going to pull up an example spreadsheet for a CMA group. Shout out to Darren for letting me pull up his data. And so for CMAs and school directors, on the first tab, you're going to see teacher student completed. So this will be all the teachers that you support. If you're a school director, it will be all the core members at your school. And then you're going to see how many surveys they uploaded. So this is the beginning of week 3. So we do have some zeros in here, and those are teachers that we are following up with to make sure that they are using the QuickKey app to import their data. So you can see the teachers here who you advise, and then under this admin tab, you're going to see a breakdown for each question. So the question is going to be listed here at the top. So for example, this question is, how often does this teacher talk about your work with you in a way that helps you learn? My suggestion would be to go to the data engagement page on the Core Member Hub, and in that page, you're going to find the surveys that students answered, so you can see what A, B, C, D, and E signify in terms of the survey. And generally, in most cases, an A and a B is a range we do not want to be in. A C is neutral. D and E is good. And kind of like D and E correlate to agree or strongly agree, and that's where we want our numbers to be. So you can easily tighten up these questions if you want to view them. If you just double click between the columns, it's going to shrink them and pull them all together. And so you can see for question number 1 how these classes scored. I also think this is a little bit misleading to read. So what you can do is you can go back to the teacher student completed page, and then take the teacher name, copy and paste it right into the class name, and there you see the teacher and their data. So for example, we can see that Tim Klusner, Mr. Klusner here, for this question number 1, 14% of his kids fell in the B category, 14 fell in C, somewhat neutral, 29 fell into D, meaning they agree with that, is happening frequently, and then 43 fell into the E category, which is really good for him. And then over here is going to give you the average of D or E. And I would recommend, like I said, you can have the survey next to you as you are reviewing. So if you go to the Core Member Hub, Your Classroom, Data Engagement, and you scroll down under National Surveys, we're viewing the 4 to 12 survey right now. So you can click there, and you're going to see exactly what that question means. So we said that Mr. Klusner, the teacher we're talking about, had a lot of in the D and the E category. So we can see that means frequently the teacher talks about your work in a way that helps students learn, and almost always. So that is very exciting to see for that teacher. So I'm going to go back to that spreadsheet. And so once again, here you can see the data tables. Across the bottom are all the questions that you can look at if you really want to dig into specific questions. And then on the second to last tab, it's going to be percent of D or E per category. Once again, D or E are where we really want students to rate. So questions are broken down into 4 categories: pedagogy, relationship, rigor, and engagement. And we can see here the percent of students who rated in that D or E column, which is once again where we want them to be. So when you're looking at this cohort of teachers, you can see here in the percentages and here in the table, in the graph, that engagement is the category where they rated their teachers the lowest, and rigor is where they rated them the highest. And so you can use this information to continue coaching teachers around what engagement looks like in their classroom, and really also helping to shine a light on the great things that they are doing in terms of the rigor in their classroom with students. So this report allows you to analyze the cohort of teachers that you support and to see what their students feel about the instruction that is happening in their classroom. So if you do have any questions, again, please reach out to me. And this is a report that we hope that you are using in your coaching of teachers to help continue to develop their mindsets for building student-centered classrooms and being intentional in the choices that they make to live out those student-centered classrooms. Thank you.